Group 3, sir.
Group 3 na. Last part na sila, no?
Yes, sir. Bandang kalahati na tayo, sir, eh.
Group 3?
Yes, sir. Napagsimula na tayo, sir, nakaraan. Martes.
Sa inyo ba yung nagpo?
Yes, sir.
Check ko. Sa email mo sinend yun, no? Sa email ko.
Gmail, sir.
Wait. Marami ko kasing email, eh. Ano lang, send. Okay. Kaninong part na yun to? Ugpo.
Texto nata tayo, sir, eh. Bandang texto na po. Texto.
Sige. Saan mo ito dito?
Ba't maniti na sinabi mo dito?
Saan?
Sa Carpos.
180 naman talaga yun.
Paano to? May sumunod pa daw dito.
Hindi ko alam. Maghanap siya ng ano. Ibang ano. Sizes yan. Depende sa size yan. Wait lang guys, ah.
May po. HM daw sumunod dyan. Pag 3x4 ba mo pa, ano?
Nagsisimula na akong class, eh.
Ano pa naman?
Times 30 mo.
3 times 5 times 30, ganun.
Pa-access nga ako po sa ibang ano. Sa ibang email ko. Pa-access ako. May ipapasa ako sa'yo na ano. Pa-access ako.
Sige po, sir.
Wait lang. Magana eh. Oo, tama yun. 360 MB. Wait lang. Open ko. Yan, nag-request ako. Pa-access ako.
Okay na po, sir.
Sige. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
This is the last part of our reporting here in the CDIN5. We start the susunod na mga meeting ano guys, how to write a report. Particularly in 7. Use a different type of report. Isasama po natin yung principle. Okay, wait.
Simple sentence naman.
Detailed siya. Hindi
Double lang double negative sentence.
possible completed. Included report is yung pinaka so Paggagawa ka ng ano,
Kay Texon, tama ba?
it
Opo.
must be should not be
Yes, sir.
included,
Dada.
lest they render the report superfluous.
Yung sa positive naman,
Conciseness.
Nakikita ba?
observed by investigators was
Naririnig?
not ineffective.
Naririnig ba guys yung ano?
Yes, sir.
So dito naman
Okay, continuous lang yan.
sa ano, positive sentence, the procedure observed by investigators was effective. So yun lang sa ano, basta sa paggagawa ng ano report, iwasan lang yung ano double negatives. Thank you.
Conciseness. To be concise is to express much in as few words as possible. It means to be brief but substantial. Another term for this is compact. In narrative report, the role of a writer is not to enact events but to summarize them using only pertinent or important details. Any extraneous details irrelevant to the event should not be included, lest they render the report superfluous or bring the reader off his focus from the more important details. As the writer, you need to determine which details should be included and which one should be overlooked.
Maliit na to, B.
Likewise, you can make your
Maliit na
writing
tong size na to.
concise if you use short
Ito.
sentences instead of long, complicated sentences with unnecessary descriptions. So, paggagawa ka ng
Oo nga.
report, it must
2x3 ba to eh?
concise.
Parang mas maliit na version pa to.
So, dapat
Itong binigay niya sa'yo.
super short lang siya pero detailed siya. Hindi na kailangan ng mga unnecessary ano ba ito? Parang hindi na kailangan yung mga yung hindi naman importante. Kailangan mo lang i-highlight sa paggawa ng report is yung pinaka key point doon.
Popcorn?
And then dapat may intindihan siya.
Meron na yun, okay na yun, B. Ay,
For
wala nang
example,
violet.
dito is yung words. Dito mahaba siya, masyado siyang long. Pero sa concise, mas pinaikli siya, pero mas detailed siya at mas madali intindihin. So, yung magbabasa, hindi siya
Guys, we already discussed the reporter itself and also me discuss all the details that we need to the report, especially in the 7 reporting system that we uses in the final output. Yun na po yung final output natin in terms of quizzes examination. For those person does not cooperate or does not do their part as a reporter, no, malaking impact po sa inyo kasi especially dun po sa mga bumagsak sa examination, dun sa ating midterm examination, that saglit lang daw yung bababa na po yun. And that is the reason why we need to a reporter or reporting system so that we can evaluate or we can upgrade our grades. No? Malaking puntos po ang pagre-report nyo sa akin. Always remember that the percentage of our quiz examination, recitation, participation in the group study that we are here in our module learning is very important to upgrade your grades, and also this will be your key to the success of having a good grades. What is the maintaining average in third year student? Press. Ano ba maintaining average nyo dito? Sa third year? 2.25? Tama ba?
25 po, sir. 2.25.
2.25 is very high, guys. No? Mataas po ang 2.25. So, 2.25 is around 83 to 86 or 80. Tama ba? Around 80 plus ang 2.25. So it means kung 2.25 po ang averaging natin, if you do not pass all the major din po kasi ito kasi 3 units kada isa. So total for the 6 units. Okay, medyo mabigat siya guys. And also, yan. Fortunately, maganda naman yung ibang report. Start from the group 1 to group 3 in the CDN. Scream 6, medyo mahaba kasi ang Scream 6 kasi yung dami ibang reporting. And we proceed guys, no? Pag natapos na ipo-proceed natin yan sa reporting system. Mamaya papakita ko sa inyo sa notes natin kung saan tayo mag-base kung paano gumawa ng report. Like I said, kung nasabi ko na sa inyo, I'm not very particularly in the grammar, but also I'm very strict in terms of ano guys, format, no? Follow the format. If you do not follow the format in terms of reporting, that will be a big impact to your checking in grades ng pag-check po ng mga examination nyo. Kasi include ko rin po ito mga kaibigan pagdating sa final examination natin. Magbibigay kayo ng mga sample ng ating mga reporting system. Medyo mahaba po ang mga reporting guys pagdating sa paggawa ng report. Kung makikita nyo ang notes natin, kung binasa nyo o nagabalaman lang kayong tingnan, meron kayong idea sa paggawa ng report. Pero kapag hindi nyo binasa, and gumawa lang kayo basta-basta, makapasa lang, and that will be included to you as a person and as a student, that will be reflected to you. Okay? Sige.
Tama rin basahin yon, and then kasi usually kahit ako pag nakikita ko talagang mahaba yung babasahin, nakakatamad talaga, titignan mo pa lang. But then pag short naman, andun na lahat yung keyword, yung pinaka main.
Tama yung sinasabi ni reporter guys, no? Pag masyado mahaba, nakatamad, no? Kaya minsan, kailangan nyo lang namang intindihin, no? Hindi ko naman sinabi sa inyo, basahin nyo. Gusto ko lang yung yung essence, baga. Kung ma-proceed nyo lang sa akin, o may paliwanag nyo lang sa akin kung ano ba yung pinaka-essence ng ginawa. In terms of bachelor's degree kasi guys, more in presentation. No? Pagdating sa undergrad, more in presentation. Yung nag-masteral ako, yung ongoing masteral kami, nagagalit sila pag ganito yung mga presentation. Ayaw daw nila niyan. Gusto lang din nila yung mga bulletproof. Pag sinabi natin bulletproof, kunyari, concise lang. Tapos papaliwanag mo na, wala ka nang ibiging example. Kumbaga, meron ka lang manuscript na tinatawag natin. Pero in terms of undergrad, we need to identify or we need to produce the example so that the student itself must be understand what they are studying. That is the difference between that matter.
Topic, yung keywords, andun na lahat-lahat. So, ganun pag gagawa ka ng report, dapat concise. Andun yung detailed. Detailed na siya, pero short siya. Hindi siya ganun kalong.
Good morning, my name is Janis and my topic is completeness. Completeness. A good narrative report answers all questions that may be possibly the 5 W's and 1 H. The who, what, when, where, why, and how. The why, which concern unturning or revealing the motive or reason behind commission of the crime or the incident being reported, should be carefully constructed in the manner that can be proven by the facts and evidence, opinions, or judgment concerning the nature of the crime. Should be backed up by the evidence, whether real, direct, circumstantial, usually in the form of statement by the victim, suspect, or witnesses. Yung word na why daw, ito yung nagsasabi ng dahilan kung bakit nagagawa yung isang krimen or isang aksidente. Yung why na ay kailangang may backup ng ebidensya kung ano ba yung totoong nangyari or yung mga importanteng nangyari sa krimen. Number 1, who? Who was the complainant? Who was the victim? Who were the witnesses? Who committed the crime? Who reported to the scene of the crime? Who was the officer in charge? who handle and receive the evidence. The word who, it is a question determining the people who are involved. For example, the suspect, victim, or possible witnesses that can help the investigator to solve the case or incident. Sa who naman, dito natin malalaman yung mga importanteng tao na kasali sa crime scene. Yung mga witnesses, yung mga possible suspect, tsaka yung biktima. Dito sila nakabaloob sa who. Number 2 is what. What happened? What was the nature of the incident or crime? What did the reporting officer do? What evidence was obtained? What weapon tools were used in the commission of the crime? Dito sa what, dito mo natin malalaman yung mga what was happened, yung mga nangyari, tsaka kung ano yung naging dahilan kung bakit yung aksidente or yung crime na to ay nangyari. Dito rin nakalagay yung anong ginawa ng officer, tsaka yung mga evidence na nag-gather, tsaka mga weapon na nag-gather, ano-ano yun. Next is when. This also covers the exact or approximate time of the incident. When was the crime discovered? When were the authorities informed? When did the authorities arrive at the crime scene? When was the suspect arrested? When was the victim last seen? Sa when naman, importante dito yung oras ng nangyari. Kung anong oras yun. Tulad ng when was the suspect arrested, kailan na-aresto yung suspect, kailangan sa when yung exact date or time. Kasali siya dito sa when. Where? Where was the crime committed? Where were the tools acquired or obtained? Where did the incident occur? Where was the victim suspect? Where were the suspect last seen? Where was the evidence marked? Where was the evidence stored? So, where naman yung lugar ng pinangyarihan o yung lugar na lugar na importante na makakatulong sa investigation. Tulad ng where did the incident occur? Dito yung kung saan nangyari yung krimen. Ito yung isa sa mga pinaka-importante para sa investigation of the crime. The next is why. Why did the suspect commit the crime? Why did it occur? This question seeks to determine the motive of the perpetrator of a crime or the reason why an incident, car accident, altercation, riot. Why was the victim involved? Why were the victims or witnesses reluctant to talk? Why so much time passed before the crime was reported? Dito sa why, yung mga dahilan kung bakit nangyari yung crime na to, bakit may naging involved sa crime na to, bakit napahamak yung victim, dito yun masasagot sa why. Number 6 is how. How was the crime carried out? How was the crime discovered? How did the first responder go to the scene of the crime? How was the crime reported? How did the criminal get away? How did the respondent get informed about the crime? Sa how naman, dito naman nakalagay kung paano na-discover yung krimen, anong ginawa ng officer, paano sila nag-respond sa crime scene, tapos yung mga possible na nangyari sa crime scene. With whom? Ito yung mga dagdag na tanong na makakatulong para sa technical report. With whom did the criminal associate? With whom was the victim last seen? With whom are witnesses connected? With whom did the criminal commit the crime? With whom did you talk at the scene and other places? With whom did you work at the investigation? Yung with whom, makakatulong rin siya sa pagsagot sa mga importanteng tanong din sa pag-iimbestiga sa isang krimen. Kasama dito yung how much. How much damage was done? How much property was taken? How much money was taken? How much information are the witnesses not giving out? Example, ito yung isang halimbawa ng technical report. Dito sa incomplete, mapapansin natin, when interviewed, the victim narrated that an altercation between him and the suspect took place early in the morning last Sunday prior to the shooting incident. Dito naman sa complete, when interviewed, the victim narrated that prior to the shooting incident on January 20, 2019 at around 6 a.m., an altercation between him and the suspect occurred over the latter's continued refusal to pay his debt. Makikita natin sa complete nakalagay yung naka-indicate yung time, tsaka yung araw mismo ng pinangyarihan, tsaka yung dahilan. Maliban sa incomplete, parang yung summary lang ng yung nangyari, hindi kasama yung mga importanteng details. Ito pa.
Hello everyone. I'm Janwil Upo. I'm reporting about familiarize yourself with the action words used for specific cases or incidents. Familiarize yourself with these words so you can use them to write accurate reports. First, increase your vocabulary. With the persuasive presence of the internet in our daily life, it is easy nowadays not only to learn new words but also to know in what context they should be used. All you need to do is Google and look them up in various online dictionaries. To expand your vocabulary, learn the synonyms, antonyms, and homonyms of the word. So it said in the first, familiarize, sinasabi na maraming paraan upang matuto tayo as a person. Kasi nandyan na ang mga internet or social media kung saan nakakatulong rin sa pag-develop ng mga words or pagkaroon ng mga knowledge about new words also na mga jargons na hindi natin maintindihan. Madaling-madali na lang po siya. So easily to search them. So we can get our definitions to understand it easily. No. Next is the synonyms. Synonyms are words having similar meanings. For this example, hate, detest, abhor, despise, mad, furious, and engage. So sa example nga na to, no, they are different words but they have the same meanings. And the next example is the murder, assassinate, dispatch, execute, kill, and slay. And next is the antonyms. The antonyms are words having opposite meaning. So ito po yung mga words na different meanings para magkabaliktaran po niya. So example po ng humble is arrogant, fat is to thin, poor, rich, hot, and cold. And that example is the robbery to theft. So the antonyms of these words are the robbery is means to steal from a person by using a force. And the theft is to steal someone's property, not including any various of force. So sa robbery, gumagamit tayo ng force, ay gumagamit ang kriminal na isang force para makuha ang isang pagmamay-ari ng isang tao. Habang sa theft naman is kinukuha mo isang bagay na hindi ka man lang gumagamit ng force o di nagpapaalam sa isang victim mo. No? Yun ang difference nila. So those are the words for antonyms. Next is homonyms. Homonyms are words that sound alike but are spelled differently and have different meanings. So take note those words, no? Words that sound alike but spelled differently. So, dito pa lang parang nakakalito na to. Malito tayo pag commonly pag narinig natin, no? Pag narinig natin kasi kapag nakikita natin itong mga words na to, spelling, madaling ma-differentiate. Pero pag pinakinggan, hindi. So, here's some example, no? Need and need. So, spelling po natin, no? The K-N-E-A-D. And the next is the need, is the N, is double E, and D. Next is pale and pale, fair and fair, sight and sight, need and need, meet and meet. So napali pa ng differentiate ng those words, but if you can read those words, para silang pareho, but they are big difference in their meanings. So just like one in this image sample, no? In number 8, 8 natin yung number 8, and those words next is 8, A-T-E, which means kumakain. So kung babasahin natin, same, pero napakalaking kaiba between the meaning, lalo pa ginagad natin sila sa isang sentence. And the next is male, and the male come from the email from other persons, and the male is yung mismong person. Next is the read informative materials. In this read informative materials, it is to read stories, news, reports. Reading newspapers not only increase your social awareness, but also gives you model examples on sentence constructions and word choice, which will help you in writing your reports. Look in special sections such as metro or local news, where cases ranging from petty offenses to serious crimes are reported. This type of news are usually called from police blotter entities and reports. So in the read informative materials, as a policeman or as a person, napakaling bagay po natin ito kasi nagbibigay po ito ng knowledge, a particular scenario in our society. So sa pagbabasa natin ito, no, nakakadagdag din siya ng knowledge sa mga report na mabasa natin, na yung proper punishment of the reports. Lalo na pag nagbabasa tayo na like this in the example is the news in here newspaper. Also, not to engage our vocabulary, but also increase our social awareness in our society to become as updated also in our different areas in our country, lalo na sa Visayas and Mindanao. We are no information. So sa pamamagitan po nito, collect po tayo ng information sa pagbabasa po. Next is the know the difference between formal and informal language. Papers that are professionally written use formal language. It follows grammar rules such as proper subject-verb agreement and the use of verb tenses, and uses longer sentences and more sophisticated sentences structures.
4,000.
A writing that is considered formal is also polite compared to an informal one. On that other hand, the informal language is used in informal communication, normally in conversation with friends and family members. Some elements of informal language include the use of slang, idiomatic expressions, phrasal verbs, contractions, word linking, and phrase reductions. Avoid using these words and phrases when writing reports. So the difference about sa formal and informal. Sa formal, usually, we use these words particular to writing reports in the books, using a sentence in a school, and also using a informal language. We can use it is a normal conversation with our friends or family. Commonly na sinasabi natin or kapag nagsasalita tayo, those are the informal language, no, na which is not capable to write in a report. Dapat formal language ang paggamit natin. Slang. This is the category in informative language, no. Slang language refers to very informal words or expressions that are used by a particular group of people to establish identity or acquire a sense of belongingness. So, the example ng informal is that is as well idea. So, kung gagamitin natin siya into formal, magiging ano siya, that is a great idea. Next thing, I would like to introduce you to my bay, which is ginagamit dito sa ating mga kabataan, no? Kakanood ng mga Korean dramas. Bay, from the word bay, means the man. And to translate natin siya into formal, I would like to introduce you to my boyfriend or girlfriend. Next is idioms. Idioms are phrases or expressions in which the meaning cannot be derived from the individual words, or in other words, they are not to be taken literally. So sa mga idioms nung ito yung mga meaning na may pagka meaning na hindi siya derived. So malalim ang pagkakahulugan sa mga idiom words. For example, for the informal, the teenagers were having a whale of time when the incident happened. So the idioms here are the whale of time. So ita-translate natin siya into formal language. The teenagers were enjoying themselves when the incident happened. So the whale of time, we change it into enjoying themselves. Next example is the witness appeared to have cold feet when the judge questioned her. The idioms here are the cold feet, and if it translate it to idioms words, into formal words, the witness appeared to be nervous when the judge questioned her. So we translate the cold feet into the word nervous. Next is the contractions. Contractions are two-word combinations that are shortened with the use of an apostrophe. Examples is the will.
Ugpo, kayo po yung part niya, no? Bebe, ugpo. Nandiyan ka ba, ugpo?
Sir.
Baby, yan ba yung tubig natin?
Wait lang. Oh, mineral yan. Yung part niya po guys, no, yung pinapakita niya dito, yun eh, more in English na yun eh. Construction of grammar. Sa grammar na ba yan? Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Yan. Medyo mahirap yan guys, no, yung nung pinare-report niya, no? Ni Yuko. Pero salute, no? Hindi, totally, hindi ko yung gustong part na yun eh, pero kailangan din natin malaman yan. Sa mga video ko, meron din akong mga pinakitang ganyan. Pero, yan. Salute kasi nakikita ko naman na talagang inintindi niya mahigit. Tapos, ni-research mo pa yata kung paano niya. Tama ba?
Medyo, sir.
More technically speaking kasi guys, kapag ganito na yung mga kung mapapansin natin mga English teacher talaga nag-aano yan, mga ganitong construction of words, no? It's either informal and formal, or it's either the how to write a good grammar itself. Okay, tuloy natin.
Not into won't, and have not into haven't. Example, in the informal, the witness didn't answer the question. In this, the example of the contractions is the word didn't. So, if we translate it into formal words, the witness did not answer the question. We change the didn't word into did not words. The next is the suspect wouldn't budge despite the intense interrogation. The contraction words in here are the word wouldn't. So if we translate into formal, the suspect would not budge despite the intense interrogation. The word wouldn't translate into the would not words to become a formal. Next is the word linking and phrase or word reductions. Here are the example. Gotta go. Got. Because means to because, or the gonna going means going, and the legit means legitimate. So word linking or phrase or word reduction, which is means to bawasan yung mga words na mahaba, no? Pinapaikli niya. So, ang pangit nito pag ginamit ito sa mga police report. So, napakalaking iwasan po natin ito kapag gumagawa pa ng report. Like this example, he was detained because his behavior was scandalous. The word linking in here are the word cause. If we translate into formal, he was detained because his behavior was scandalous. We turn the word cause in the informal into because words into formal. The next is the I am confident my fam supports me in this stuff. The word linking is the word fam, which is informal. And if we translate into formal, I am confident that my family supports me in this endeavor. We translate the word fam into family to become a formal words. Next is the phrasal verbs. Are two word combinations consisting of a main verb and a particle. Usually, prepositions forms that function as an adverb, such as give, in, give up, give out, which when combined yield a meaning different from the individual words in the combination. A phrasal verb can take on different meanings. For example, we need to break up the lesson by topic. So the phrasal verbs in here are the word break up. And we change it into formal sentence. We need to separate the lesson by topic. We change the breakup words into formal to separate words. No? And the next is, these documents will bring out the truth about tragedy. The phrasal verbs in here are the word bring out. If we change into formal, these documents will reveal the truth about the tragedy. So the bring out, we change it into reveal words. So become be a formal words. Next, so this is the end of my report. I am John Wilayog po from BS Cream.
Please open cam. Yung iba. Open cam na guys. No? Tama na yung paghiga nyo dyan. Ah. Tama na yung pagtulog nyo muna. Isuot nyo muna yung uniform nyo. Hindi na pa kayo patulog-tulog eh. Wait lang. Any question regarding the report? Wala bang tanong guys? Tanong kayo guys regarding sa our discussion or sa notes. Tanong kayo guys kasi pag gumawa tayo ng report wala namang tatanong po. Kasi we already give to all of you what is the process of having a report and what is the format that we're going to, kung paano ba gumawa ng report na tinatawag natin mga kaibigan. Hindi nyo tinanong yan. Kamote yung palalabasan natin yan. Wait lang. Okay, audible ba? Audible ba guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, this is our notes, no? Kung mapapansin nyo mga kaibigan, yan yung mga notes natin sa ating CDIN5. Up to 126 pages yan. And the part that we are going to have a report process is nasa dulo yun guys, yung mga sample report. From the beginning of the report is the police blotter report. This is the police blotter report that already discussed of the all reporting that has been done. Police blotter report. Ito po yung format natin guys, no? Please note, please have a knowledge regarding the format of our police blotter report. No? Hindi nyo na po kailangan maghanap pa sa iba kasi nandito na. Yan, ito yung format natin. Yan. And also, we have initial investigation report on the rape with homicide of Marimar, sample subject area and the memorandum in the initial investigation report. This is also the format that we are going to. Guys, kayo ang gagawa ng sarili nyong kwento, no? Kung meron po kayong alam na cases, pwede nyo pong ilagay yan at tapos i-detalye nyo na maigi kung paano ba gawin yung report na sinasabi natin. And please, if you have any question, you can ask me right now para masagot natin mga kaibigan. And also this one, This is a progress report. Yung 7 po ang gagawin natin dyan, no? The investigation report on abscond o the progress report pa rin yan, pasok pa rin yan. Yan guys, the vehicular traffic accident investigation report. We will also do that. Yan. Dami pa yun guys no? Kaya niya, petik sa inyo. Nakarami naman kayong tulog ngayon, di ba? Lagi kasi. Sa final guys, to isasama ko yung mga report na yan. Ngayon, kapag hindi nyo nagawa yung report na yun, no? Like kasi hindi naman ako particular din sa mga grammar, pero pag hindi nyo finalo yung format, dun po ako mag-higpit. Maraming bumagsak sa exam pagdating dito kasi hindi nila na-follow yung format na kailangan ko. Especially dun sa uses of report. Na hindi ata nakita maigi kung ano ba yung maraming puntos. 3, anong yung section nyo? 3-2, no? Tama, 3-2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
3-2. Tingnan nga natin kung ilan na bumagsak sa inyo dito sa midterm. Tutik yan. Hindi ko pa nakakita, hindi ko pa na-checkan yung iba kasi meron pang 11 turn in dito yan. 67. Iba naman to. Out of, ilan ba kailangan dito? Out of 35 student, 15 have failed my midterm examination. Has been failed my midterm examination. Hindi nyo kasi na-follow yung uses of report 25 points pa naman yun. Nilagyan nyo nga siya ng uses of report kaso hindi nyo naman pinaliwanag. For those person, may naka 90 plus dito sa akin sa aking midterm. Anyway, may naka 95. Pinakamataas natin sa midterm dito sa ating CDIN5. Sino ba yung 95? Ay, si Ugpo pala yun. 96 pala, si Munoz. 91, Ontiveros. Si Jaka Jamie. Kenneth, anong nangyari sa'yo, Kenneth? Anong nangyari sa score mo doon?
Saan, sir?
Midterm.
Sir, naabutan ng time, sir. Hindi na sir. Yan ang sagutan yung uli.
Malayo ng score mo, Kenneth. Anyway, I post it kung sino mga bagsak sa midterm. Tapos, if you want to pass the midterm examination, gusto nyo madagdagan yung mga puntos nyo, we have a remedy regarding that matter. Para hindi naman kayo bumagsak, no? Para hindi naman kayo mangayak-ngayak yun. Madali naman burahin yan guys, no? Madali ko naman baguhin yung mga grades nyo, no? Gusto nyo, gawin ko na lang 0 lahat yan, no? Para patas lahat. Madaling baguhin ang grades, pero it's always have a remedy for the grades. But yan, tanong dyan, kung gusto nyo ba, diba? Gusto nyo ba? Gusto ba mag-ano natin, ayusin natin yung grades nyo guys? Kasi tayong bagsak dito sa inyo, Magbe-base po kasi ako sa pinakamataas guys. Dito ako sa magbe-base sa pinakamataas ang score. So, ang pinakamataas po, may naka 100 sa akin. Si Deforum ba yan? Si Regeneline Nopum. Regeneline Nopum, binigyan ko kasi ng ano yan guys kasi she helped me to my schedule or sa may kung sino-sino man mga dito nasa grupo na to from Film 6 and CDIN5. So, I give plus 10. And tapos, 95 na yata siya. Tapos may plus 10 pa. May utang pa ako sa kanya, di ba? And nagkaloko-loko na. Okay. Any suggestion? Dahil bagsak sa inyo guys. So, 15 out of 35 student. Okay. Wala yata ang suggestion. Okay. Wala na? Ay, hindi nyo nakakapila yan. Walang problema sa akin.
Remedial na lang daw sila.
Pwede bang retake?
Hindi ako
Remedial ba, sir?
Hindi ako magpapa-retake, kaibigan. Sorry, pero hindi ako magpapa-retake. Give announcement. Na, from 3-1, 3-2, 3-3. Hindi ako magpapa-retake, kaibigan. No? Siguro pwede kong paabutin ng 75 yan, pero retake, no. For the fairness of others, no? Para magkaroon
Yun.
tayo ng fairness. Kasi hindi tayo magpapa-retake. I give a special hindi siya project, pero special activities that we have done para lahat yan mahatak. Pinakamagandang may bibigay ko sa inyo, yung passing rate. Pero yung taasan nyo yung pinakamataas, hindi pwede yun. No? For the fairness of others. No? Kasi pinaghirapan nila yan guys, nag-aral sila. No? Nagpagod din sila habang nag-Google Meet tayo o nag-Google Meet din sila, di ba? Depende yan kung ano yung mga estratehiya nila. I'm a student also. I know those person. No? Kaya dapat gumawa kayo ng paraan. Kung ginawa nyo, hindi sana, pasado kayo. No? Pero there's always a remedy for the solution of the problem. No? Hindi naman ako ganun kaipit guys pagdating sa grading system. So nyo, bigyan ko na kayo ng 100 lahat, no? Pero isang araw tusok ulo muna kayo, no? I give 100 all for the all, no? Sabi nga ni Isor, no? 100 na lang daw, sir. 100 na lang kami lahat, sir. Pwede naman. Tapos, we need to, habang, pag nagsimula yung klase natin, from Cream 6 hanggang sa CDIN5, tusok ulo tayo lahat. Tapos, yan, video natin. I give 100 to all of you. No problem to me.
Kaya na mga tusan, sir.
Sige. Okay, maraming salamat sa inyo. Hanggang sa muling pagkikita. Tapos na pala tayo. Hanggang sa next meeting na lang, mga kaibigan. Maraming salamat. Bye-bye.
Sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you po.